clutches of a demented plastic surgeon who was trying to steal her face, and I'm really glad she did. Watch Castle Monday nights at 10 here on ABC. Please welcome Stana Katic. Did you get married over the weekend? Is there anything?
How did you find out? I was trying to keep it under wraps.
Well, you know what? I know everything.
Yeah.
It's very good to see you. How's life?
Thank you. Really well, really
Good.
well.
I heard you've got an initiative that you're working on right now.
Yes.
And what is that initiative?
I started a nonprofit 4 years ago called the Alternative Travel Project, ATP. And we're auctioning, thank you guys, we're auctioning for it to fundraise this week, and it starts up tonight. So
I see.
Yes.
Now, when you name something ATP, that's already the tennis thing, right? Isn't it already tennis?
It's also, I think it's like also adenotriphosphate, which is a form of energy. Is that, it's like cellular energy.
I'm not that smart. I just watch ESPN, yeah. So this is like what, encouraging people to use jetpacks and...
Close, yeah.
Time travel?
That, along with walking and cycling and using the subway. So the idea is to encourage people to go car-free for at least one day, but hopefully more.
Car-free for one day?
Yes.
A year?
Yes.
Okay.
Even just that, because if everyone on the planet went car-free for one day, you'd be saving all the work that 1 billion trees has to do on the planet.
Right. Yeah.
And if you don't care about trees or the earth, then, you know, you're cutting a lot of coronary disease and a lot of other health issues as well.
That's true.
Yes.
Unless you take the subway, which is probably you're going to catch something on it.
I heard you taken the subway, though, right?
I have taken the subway,
yeah. To the Emmys, correct?
Yeah, I've taken it a few. Sometimes when I go to games, I'll take the subway.
It's nice, though, isn't it?
It's fine.
Easy.
In LA, it's very nice, yeah.
Yeah,
it's all right. Yeah, I'm not against the subway. I just love my car so much because it's like a magic little box I get into, and
you can decide everything
I can
inside
put
of
the
it.
radio on, and the climate is controlled, and
nobody's like bugging you and asking you for this
I
or
wouldn't
that,
say that.
selling flowers. No, okay, so
they
there
are
people
sometimes
in there.
selling flowers
Got
on
it.
the corners, and
Got
then
it.
there's a baby screaming in the back.
Got it.
Yeah, and sometimes there's my wife telling me to stop playing the harmonica, and so things like that.
You're playing the harmonica while driving.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
yes. I like to live on the edge.
Yes.
Do you take the subway to work?
I do, actually. Yeah, I do it like at least once a week.
Really? And
Yeah.
don't people grab you and stuff?
Nothing. Nobody nobody ever says anything. I don't think they even know, you know.
I think maybe people...
They probably don't care. They're probably like, whatever.
Or maybe they don't have television? Is that possible? I would think they would recognize you. The show is very popular.
I really believe that the thing is that people don't actually expect the person on their television to be riding the bus next to them.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I see. I got you. So, yeah, if they saw you walking through like a hotel in Las Vegas, they'd say, oh, there's Stana Katic. Oh, in the subway, like, oh, that can't possibly be right. No one in their right mind would get on a subway if they have a television.
Or the assumption is that you just ride your, you know, you take your Jaguar or something like that.
What are you auctioning off? What are you selling? Your car?
Close. There was, I've told this story before, actually, I think on your show. There was a shirt that I wore for our test for the pilot of Castle.
I remember this story.
And it was a tunic top, and I didn't have time to get the right size shirt. I thought I could tuck it in. I thought it'd be okay, and it wasn't. And so I grabbed some scissors, and I went out to the lobby to look for somebody to help me with this shirt. And Nathan, my co-star, was there getting a coffee, and he helped me cut it.
He said, would you mind cutting my dress off?
And he did it.
And he said...
He did it. And the producer saw it, and I was like, I joked that that's how I got the job. So there you go. Yes.
Well, it didn't hurt. So you're auctioning that shirt off?
That, yeah, and a bunch of other kind of like mementos. Like we were in New York to film the pilot, and we ended up at a Duran Duran concert, and so he signed the ticket, and I've signed the ticket.
You saved the tickets from that concert?
Sounds
Are you a hoarder?
No, I'm not.
This is the 7th season now.
Yes.
Are there any murderers left to find? I mean, it seems like you guys have rounded up all of them.
You know, I'm hoping we get to interrogate a mime soon.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes, but right now we're in the middle of Mars. So next week we'll be researching a murder in Mars. There's like an Elon Muskish character who is trying to send a mission to Mars and somebody dies. And that was fun. We get to dress up in like spacesuits and stuff.
Well, there's one we've definitely never seen before. Yeah. Murder on Mars.
Yes.
And is the space shuttle, is that an acceptable form? Like, could we take that to work? Would that be all right with
Absolutely.
the ATP?
Absolutely.
How can people get in on this auction?
We're on eBay, and you have to just look it up under Alt Travel Project, and you'll find all of the items that are available there.
Well, that's good. That's, you know, I'm glad somebody's doing something.
Well,
I'm certainly not.
Truly, I genuinely feel like Los Angeles is the media capital of the planet, and some of the stuff and stories that we tell here affect the rest of the planet. And I had an experience where there was a group in Romania who decided to go car-free on Fridays, and because of that, teachers and adults that were participating in the project met on the bus, and eventually they got married and they have children now, and so there's some really wonderful stories that happen out of a project like this.
Oh yeah, I hope they don't get divorced, because then that story has
That would suck. Yeah.
It's very good to see you. Stana Katic, everybody. Castle.